Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Influential Women Podcast. I am just so honored and excited because I have two fabulous ladies here today. This is the first time that I have highlighted two women together, but this is a unique one. This is super special. I have Miss Kryste Brown and Brittni Sanchez, and they are a mother-daughter team.
Woo, thank you for having us, Jenny.
I'm so excited.
We're so excited to be here. Thank you.
You know, I wanted to have you each individually, and then, like, y'all are both just such badass women. I was like, what are your thoughts since you're mother-daughter? Let's just do this together. And you're like, let's do it. And then those of you watching YouTube, you'll see they're, like, so cute. They're matchy-match. They got their matchy earrings and their cute little matchy green dresses. So just welcome. Thank you for saying yes and doing it together. I'm so excited.
Yes, thank you for having us. And the matchiness is because of my mother. She put everything together. Little Miss Fashionista.
Thank you to Nikki Sandoval at the Tan Banana. She's the fashion coordinator here.
Oh, I love it. We're already doing shout outs this morning. I love it. Well, Kryste, you know, I've known you both for many years. Brittni, you and I used to kind of cheer against each other. And then Kryste, we got involved with Junior League and then worked together at Pier Spa. And then y'all have just blossomed in your own ways and doing amazing, amazing things. So, KB, let's start with you.
What do you want to know?
Oh, I want to know all the details. Tell me a little bit about how proud you are sitting next to your daughter right now being highlighted as an influential woman, to both be here. Like, how cool is that?
I am so proud of this girl. She is amazing. She is just an amazing woman. She is such a fantastic mom and wife. I can't be more proud of her as a daughter and as a mother. She is such a good mommy to those three babies. I don't even know where to begin.
And she's already crying.
I'm already crying. I don't know. She's every time I just look at her and I watch her as a mom, I can't even begin to imagine everything she does for those kids. She works full time. She has her business. She takes care of that barber shop, helps Bobby out. He does such a great job at that barber shop, but she does things behind the scenes, but she does so much for those babies. They are her whole world, and I am so proud of everything she does. She runs that household, and those babies count on her for everything, and they're attached at the hip, all three of them.
I'm pretty sure that she learned all of that from her amazing mother, you.
Yes.
Well, I don't know if I was that good, but when I see her with them, I know I did something right.
Right? You're like,
Yes,
yep.
I'm so
And you
proud of
just
her.
recently ran for Miss Colorado. Tell me about that whole experience. You looked beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. Yes, it was such an incredible experience. I had no idea what to expect. It was just amazing. The women, the sisterhood, everything about the whole week being there. So many inspirational women. Everyone's story is completely different, but we all came together and were, you know, all wanting that title of Mrs. Colorado, but just being able to be with so many diverse women who are amazing. Just, I have no other words. It was an incredible experience.
Doesn't it say something when you can surround yourself with women who are doing greatness? Doesn't it just make you feel like, oh yeah, I could be doing more, and I'm so glad I'm surrounding myself with these kind of human beings?
Yes, I mean, that's exactly. The moment I got home, my wheels were already turning. What can I do to better the public community? What can I do to better myself, my family, and to just be better like these women? They were so amazing, and it was so inspirational. It was great.
What is, if you could pick like one person who is the most inspiring or influential that just made a difference on your heart and that you're going to take with you, that you learned, because we're always learning, right? If we're not learning, we're not growing. So
Right.
what was something that you learned that you took away from that,
From the pageant weekend?
from the pageant?
A girl, Bethany, that I met, she actually was my line partner. She was behind me. But this was her 5th year running for Mrs. Colorado. And just everything. She helped me, prepare for interview, just different tips on what to do and what not to do. And just, she owns a tanning business, a spray tanning business. And it's just was incredible to see her, how much she's grown through the years. I went back and kind of looked at her, and she's just, as the years went on, she just has gotten so much better. And she actually won first runner-up this year.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
it was
awesome.
really inspiring to see her grow. And now I'm like, love watching her live videos on social media, just to see like what's her next step. What is she going to do next? So that was pretty incredible.
I love it. Well, thank you for sharing a little bit about that. And Miss Brittni, tell me a little bit about your mom.
So my mom is the best. She has the biggest heart, and she's always doing for other people. No matter if we're at the grocery store and someone can't pay for their groceries, she'll help get their groceries. Or if someone says, oh, that shirt is really cute, she'll take off her shirt literally and give it to that person.
Oh, I can totally see Kryste Brown doing that, giving the shirt off of her back.
Yes.
She's like,
yes.
oh, you think, I think you'd be cute in it too. Here you go, sunshine.
Exactly.
I can see you doing
That's
that.
her to a T. And she just wants everyone to be beautiful and to shine. And when you meet her, you will feel that radiance just comes off of her, and her smile is contagious, and everything about her is just amazing.
I love that. That is so true. She's just got this personality, and when Kryste Brown is in the room, you hear her voice, and she just starts spreading sunshine.
Yes, exactly.
Huh, Kryste Brown?
That's true. Thank you. I'm crying.
She's already crying. I had to get a box of tissues. She goes, I'm already crying. I'm like, all right, let me go grab the box of tissues. It's going to be a long morning, but I love it because there's so many emotions, right? We go through so much as women and so many stages of our lives, and it's just crazy. Just right now we're emotional, and that's okay.
I'm a crier.
I love that about you. Kryste, who's been an influential person in your life that's made a difference, and why?
My mom was the biggest influence in my life. She was an amazing woman. She was so kind and so giving and so loving. I think we had, as growing up, she would take people in, not into our home, but she would, we had this little extra house, and she would, I remember people living in it, that she would help people out, and, she was always giving people food and helping people. I think that's where I got it from. And my dad was the same. My mom and dad were always giving and helping and bringing people in, and she was just so loving and so caring, and she had the biggest heart and was so kind. I think that's where I got it from, but she was just an amazing woman.
Because that sounds like how Brittni described you, just the biggest heart and such a giver. And you do a lot of stuff for the community. You give a lot of time, and tell me a little bit more about that.
Oh, I love to do for the community. Pueblo is a great place to live and a great place to be, but it needs a lot of help. And I think that giving back to the community is something that we all should do, and we all can give a little more. Mm-hmm. And I try to do that with Junior League and with CASA. And I just think that giving is, I've been blessed, and I just want to give back. And I feel that when I give, it makes my heart feel good. Mm-hmm. And I love doing it.
Love that. Yeah. And Miss Brittni, for you, who's been, an influential person in your life, and why? Like, what did they do to make a big impact on your life?
Well, I'm, of course, going to say my mother, because it's the truth. One of the hardest times in our life was when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And to see her overcome that is something that I'll never forget, because that was such a hard time, seeing her at her lowest. But she still woke up every morning with a smile on her face to be there for me and for my kids. And they adore her. I think Lennox would probably prefer to live with her than she would with me. Like, she's obsessed with her. So,
You're obsessed with me.
I am. I am. But that, I mean, and that was just one of the things that she has overcome, you know, and it's so inspiring to see her still keep going after that hard time in her life.
And how long did she battle? It was breast cancer, correct?
Yeah, breast cancer. She was diagnosed in 2017 on my birthday, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. And then she went through chemo and meds for a year. But even to this day, I mean, she's still continuing to be on medication and things for the cancer, and still continuing every day to fight to live a healthy lifestyle so that she can be here for us.
I love that. I remember the most gorgeous raw photo, Kryste, you took. I think you had just shaved your head. And the pictures you took were so bold, but so emotional. Like, you could see your journey through that picture you took. And I don't think a lot of people do that when they are going through that stage. They tend to almost hermit because it's such a process to deal with. But you just made us kind of feel part of your journey and what you were going through. Why did you take that photo?
I wanted people to know how I felt and what I was going through. I just wanted people to know. I don't think people realize what, I would say cancer victims. I don't say cancer patient, because I felt like I was a victim.
Like, why me?
Yeah, I definitely felt why me. I wanted people to see and feel what I was going through. And just a little shout out here again. Girls Mic'd Up. Junior League is having a Girls Mic'd Up
I can't with her.
event.
I can't.
On Friday the 21st, so everybody show up.
So now I better get this podcast out before then.
And I will be telling my cancer story at that event. And it's going to be a really cool event. So people show up. It's $30 at the door, $25 if you buy online.
Oh, I can't, Kryste Brown. Well, it makes her giggle. And one thing I loved that I saw is you didn't let your mom go through that stage alone. I remember you shaving your head, Brittni.
I sure did. Yep, right. When my dad was shaving my mom's head one evening, and it was very, very emotional night. The tears were rolling down her face, and so of course I wouldn't let her do that alone. Myself and my cousin Renee, my mom's bestie cousin, we all did it together, and we shaved our heads together.
Oh my gosh. Like, were you planning on doing that?
Oh yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just with you. I love that because I could not imagine something happening to mom. Like, I fear of that day, like you get the message that your mom has cancer, and how do you even go through that together?
I think at first I was like completely in shock, and I didn't know that, I guess in kind of denial, because the next day I had to go to work, and my mom watched the kids, took them to John Newman to their Halloween party. And then the next day, I think it like all kind of set in. Like, I was looking at the pictures of her and the girls at the Halloween party, and she was still there with a smile on her face, but I knew like, okay, this is not okay. This is going to be life-changing. And then that's when it all kind of settled in. But at first, I think we were all in shock, and we were just like, okay, tomorrow's a normal day. But it really wasn't a normal day because things were moving so quickly as far as her surgery and everything was going to go.
I think I was in shock the whole time. I think I was in denial the whole time.
You're like, this is not truly happening to me.
I was told that I had cancer, and then a week later I had a biopsy. No, maybe a few days later I had a biopsy, and 2 weeks later I had a double mastectomy. And then I started chemo. I mean, it was so fast.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't really even have the time to process.
No, I had no
Are
time
you
to
still in
process.
denial almost? Like, did
I
I
think-
really go through?
I know I went through it, but I'm still in denial, thinking maybe they were wrong. Maybe I never had cancer. I still think that. I don't think I really had cancer. I think I went through all of that for nothing. I think they were wrong.
And cheers to you. Here you are today,
Thank you.
kicked butt through it. I know. I don't even know. I don't know what you went through, and I'm sorry y'all had to go through that journey. But I'm so happy that you're both here today.
Thank you.
And thank you for being a strong woman. What's some advice that you would give to somebody, maybe a family member or somebody going through it themselves?
I would say don't lock yourself in a basement and ignore everybody, because that's kind of what I did. I only saw my immediate family, and I just stayed in that. We moved in with Brittni and Bobby so that she could take care of me, which she totally took care of me.
Mm-hmm.
And I only talked to my immediate family. I kind of blocked everybody else out. I had one friend, my friend Lori, who came over to see me, but I didn't see anybody else. I talked to people on the phone rarely, but I didn't see anybody else. I was just kind of a hermit, like you said.
Mm-hmm. What do you suggest for people like me? Like, I'm an acquaintance. I'd say we're good friends. That's hard, and you don't want to like impose. Like, what's something like not your immediate family? What's something that people did for you that we could do, because there's more of us not going through that stage.
Impose. I would say come over. Mm-hmm. Even if the person that has cancer says, no, I don't want to see you, get them out of bed. Let's go for a walk. Let's go get coffee. Okay. Make them do things, because I didn't want to do anything. Make me get out of bed. Make me go get coffee. Make me go to lunch.
Okay.
I mean, I never looked in the mirror. I covered the mirrors. I never looked in the mirror. I felt like a monster. I looked like a monster. I didn't want to see anybody. I felt so ugly, and I was so tired. I was just exhausted. I wouldn't get out of bed, and that hurt me in the long run. Mm-hmm. So just be a good friend, and even if it seems like you're a bad friend to that person, make them do things. Get them out of bed.
Get them out of bed,
yes.
Even if it's for a walk.
Even if it's for a walk.
Even if it's just bringing over a cup of coffee.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I know it's still a hard subject, and thank you for sharing a little bit about that story. Brittni, is there anything you would want to add as a family member?
Just like she said, there were so many people that brought food over, and that made it easier, because for her, she didn't want to get up, but through the eyes of my children, like, they thought she was beautiful. That's all they knew her as, at
she
that
still
moment
was
in
beautiful.
Life. Yes. And she was, they loved to get up on the bed with her and lay with her and snuggle and watch a movie, and she is their everything, And so even though I feel so bad that you felt like that, but that wasn't the way that we saw you.
And I don't think that's the way anybody saw you. I didn't see you that way. Yeah. I just saw, wow, like, she is strong, she is bold, she is going to kick cancer's ass without,
And she did.
Yay.
She did.
And now you're still on medications and stuff for that, just to kind of watch it?
Yeah. I have to be on medication for the rest of my life.
Okay.
But one of the medications I was on, it was called tamoxifen. I was on it for 4 years. Mm-hmm. And it caused liver disease. So now I have liver disease from the cancer medication. It was one of the side effects that it could cause, liver disease. And of course I got it. So now I have cirrhosis of the liver from the tamoxifen. And so now I have that. And that was a hard diagnosis. I got diagnosed with it last October. And that made me feel like, now I'm starting all over again.
How do you stay so positive? Because every time I see you, you're still just a ray of sunshine, Kryste Brown. You always have since the moment I met. How do you stay so positive? I'm not happy to see the tears today, but I appreciate the realness because I'm sure it's not easy. How do you always put the happy face on?
Because I'm a really good actress.
You missed your calling?
I definitely missed my calling. I am a really good faker.
No, you're not.
Am I not a good faker?
Well, sometimes.
I am a good faker. I can put on a smile when I need to. That's one of my great attributes.
What are 3 words that best describe you?
Loving, funny, and sensitive. I'm very sensitive, obviously. Everything makes me cry. Happy, sad, stupid.
I love it.
Everything makes me cry.
I love it. Brittni, what about you? What are 3 words that best describe you?
I would have to say strong. I don't know. What do you think?
You're funny.
Sometimes. Not as funny as my husband, though. Bobby is pretty darn funny.
You're funny. Do you tell jokes or do you just kind of have like that sense of humor? That's
Just a sense of humor.
okay.
But she doesn't know it. She's funny in a. She's just funny. I don't know.
Well, I'm kind of ditzy because
Yes, ditzy
That's
is the
a good word for it.
Ditzy is the word. She once thought that her grandpa was on dialysis, that he was having dialysis. Okay, I got to tell this story.
Okay.
We were at the lake, and her grandpa was on dialysis at the time, but not at the lake. And he was sitting next to a blue rhino. You know, a blue rhino.
that you hook to the
Oh
grill.
yeah, the propane.
Yeah, the propane.
Yes.
He was sitting next to a propane tank because we were going to grill. And he had I don't know what they're called. He was on dialysis at the time, so he had a patch over his chest from dialysis. And he was sitting next to the blue rhino machine, or whatever it's called, and tank. And we were in the water, playing in the water, and she looked over and she said, "Oh, poor grandpa, he's on dialysis." She thought he was hooked up to the blue rhino tank.
How old were you?
I don't know.
In high school?
I love it. She didn't do much grilling in high school.
No,
She
absolutely
is a
not.
ditz. She is a ditz.
Oh, I love that.
So I guess I'm funny to other people.
But you can laugh at your own expense.
Exactly. Yeah.
Brittni, what's an obstacle that you have had to overcome? Because obviously we have a lot of wins in our life, but what's an obstacle that you overcame?
So I don't know if it was an obstacle, but more of being scared. When I am very structured, I like to know my schedule. I like to know
Type A.
what's going to happen. And when my husband Bobby said, "I think I'm going to leave the railroad and open a business," that was the scariest moment I think ever. He had been with the railroad for 9 years. I mean, we had a stable income. I mean, it was up and down because of COVID. And he was gone all the time, so it was hard because I was by myself with the kids all the time. But I knew when he said he wanted to do this, just the passion in his eyes and his desire and his drive, and then I knew it was the right thing to do.
Was he a barber before the railroad?
Actually, when he worked for the railroad, he kept getting furloughed. So he would get laid off. Mm-hmm. So when he would get laid off, he went to barber school in between.
Okay.
So,
you were a woman that supported your husband's dream.
Yes, I definitely support him. He inspires me so much every single day. His drive and all of these ideas, and he makes me want to do more and makes me want to be better. But it was scary. It was so scary for me.
And where are you at now? Because it's hard to take that leap of faith.
Oh yeah, it was very, very hard. but I mean, he's doing great. The barbershop is doing amazing. I've opened up my teeth whitening business because of it. And
What made you want to do that? Just an added value to
Yeah.
what your husband's doing. Well, I think that's so. I love that because you're like, okay, I'm getting on this. Matt and I are starting a podcast called The Same Page. So I
Okay.
think it's so important when spouses get on the same page. And how that happened for you is you supported your husband's wild dream. And honey, I'm with you there. I got one of those crazy ones too. And it's like, how do you go in and support? And I love that you came in and you're like, I'm going to add teeth whitening. By the way, your teeth look beautiful and mine need
you.
it. So don't.
Yes, come on in.
So
So come
me.
on in.
All right. So if anybody else needs that brighter smile, Brittni's got your smile. Yeah. But I love that. Anything else in the works?
He is always having ideas. So hopefully, in the near future, we could have a couple of other business ventures that we're looking into. But
One thing I always love about y'all, right when you got into the entrepreneurial world, it was so important for you to give back.
Yes.
Like anything I've done, you're like, hey, Jenny, how do I donate for this? Hey, you're doing a Casa kid toy drive. Let me help. Hey, you're doing I just want to say we need more human beings like you and Bobby. Like, it's just wonderful.
thank you.
I wish everybody did it. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for jumping in and always wanting to make the community better and always helping out.
Yes, and it's like our number one priority. Like we love Pueblo and we want it to make it great. And being able to give back and is so awesome. And my husband, he has 9 brothers and sisters. He comes from a huge family. So being able to, give back and show all of our nieces and nephews they can help out too. It's pretty cool.
So that was a roadblock, and now you would find that what kind of chapter in your life? Is it still a roadblock?
No, not at all. Not at all. Like I said, at first I was terrified and I'm like, I think you're crazy. Like, what are you thinking? And, but it was the best decision that we made. He's home more, not only, be able to go to games and dance and, help take kids to practices. That is a huge plus for me because, we're crazy with all of
and
our
you're
kids'
super mom and
activities.
you're here and there. Like,
Yeah.
how do you balance it all?
With the help of the support of my mom and our family. Like
Isn't
if I,
it so nice having a mom like that?
yes. Oh
Like,
my gosh.
how could we do? I actually sat by your mom last night at dance practice.
Yes, I know.
Like what? Yeah, it takes an army to raise kids. People are probably always like, "How do you do it?" I have my mom,
Right.
I have
Exactly.
a supportive husband.
If she wasn't able to help out, I don't know what I would do.
You guys would be at home watching Wheel of Fortune.
Exactly. They
No,
wouldn't
just-
be involved. And
Yeah.
it's so important for them to be involved and they love it. They love it so much.
Kryste, you've been through a lot in your life. And we talked about cancer, and maybe that's the answer, but what's been the hardest thing that you've had to overcome?
Cancer was hard, really hard, but I've struggled with anxiety and depression since I was in my 30s, and that's been a tough one.
What sparked up the anxiety and depression?
You know what? I don't know. I really can't say. I think it was just a chemical thing in my brain.
Do you think it happened after you had children? Do you think our hormones, because I would say a lot of women change after having children, because I do believe our body is never the same. And I'll be honest, I've dealt with anxiety, and I think it kind of leads to depression. I still don't know if it's that. So I like to have that conversation if you're open to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it happened after I had children. I think that I've always kind of struggled with anxiety. I mean, since I was young, my mom really struggled with depression. The whole time I was growing up, she always struggled with depression, but didn't know it. In those days, they didn't diagnose you with depression. So I think maybe it had something to do with heredity is what it's called.
Yeah.
But I think I was always a little anxious growing up. But then I think maybe in my 20s, I struggled with depression, but was never diagnosed until my 30s. So I don't think it had anything to do with children. I really don't think, in my case. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of women do struggle with it after having children, though. I do. But in my case, I think it was more just a chemical thing.
Is it something that you overcame, or is it something you're still struggling with?
It's something I struggled with for a long time, but I think I'm getting better. I did hit a really low point last summer, and I did have to get some help because I was in a really, really bad place, and I did seek help for that. And since I did seek help, I've been much better. Don't you think, Britt?
Oh yeah, she definitely night and day. Like I wanted to help her so much, but I didn't know how. And it was like, looking at a different person, like I didn't know her at that point. But now she's, getting back to herself and back to the tutu that we know.
The tutu. Well,
That's what the
I'm
kids
proud
call it.
of you because it's hard to ask for help, and I'm proud of you for getting help and working on it every single day, because I think a lot of people go through it and a lot of people hide it because it's hard. It's something you don't shout on social media. It's not something that, you just share with a lot of people. So I'm grateful for you opening up and sharing a little bit about that, because it's not easy. Yeah. And we're all a work in progress, right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, you're a tutu. Tell me what tutu, where'd that nickname come from?
Tutu means grandma in Hawaiian.
Oh. Yeah. So they don't call you Glammy?
Well, I wanted them to call me Glammy. And, that was a big tear. I wanted them to call me Glammy. But when Lennox was little, I don't even remember where I heard tutu. I knew it was grandma in Hawaiian. And I think we said tutu a few times. And so I wanted to be Glammy Tutu. And Lennox just came out with tutu, and it's just stuck. So tutu.
Oh.
And I think sometimes Lenny will say Glammy Tutu. And Sloan will say Glammy Tutu. But I'm getting new license plates on my car, and they're going to say Glammy Tutu.
Oh, I love that. That's got to make you happy right there every time you get in your car. You've gone through a lot. What do you do to take care of yourself? What do you do for self-care? Or should I say, what don't you do?
A good question is, what don't I do? Self-care to me is everything. So, and that's probably because I'm vain. I am. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
I color my hair. I have microbladed, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brows. I have.
I do too.
Yes, are they the best?
They all look good. We're looking good.
Look
You guys should
great.
totally watch the video. If you're listening to the podcast right now, you should just totally hop on the video. We're working it.
I have lash extensions. I have tattooed eyeliner.
But at the end of the day, is that self-care? Is that what you define as self-care?
Well,
or is that what you do to make you feel good about yourself?
That's what I do to make myself feel good. So
I want to challenge you. What is self-care to you?
Self-care to me
Not feeling beautiful, because this girl, both of them, they're always dressed to the nut. They're so stinking cute. They're always just glamorous. What's self-care? Let's talk self-care.
Self-care to me is getting up in the morning and doing yoga.
Good.
That is self-care to me.
That's what you do?
That's what I do.
Since last summer, or has this been a ongoing?
No, it's just been since last summer.
Okay. So that's a tool that you've used to help kind of get you out of, that chapter.
Yes, because since last summer, we had to do that for 30 days every day. At 7 a.m, get up and do yoga every morning for an hour.
Oh, I love it.
And it just became a routine. And trust me, since I've been back, I've slacked a little bit.
You need to get on. I was gonna say, you look amazing, but you always do.
Oh, well, thank you. But I've slacked a little bit, but I need to get back in the groove.
Okay,
But
so yoga, that's important for self-care.
It
What
is.
does it give you? Like, what did they teach you about yoga that is so important to do on a daily basis?
Well, one, it gets you into a routine, and you have to, in your mind, it's something that it makes you feel good about yourself, and it makes your body feel good. So it's just, that's great for self-care, and it makes you happy, and it gets your endorphins going, and it stretches your body. It's just really good for you. So that's one thing for self-care. And another thing, it sounds weird. Sorry, my mouth's dry.
Little Starbies action.
Listen to music. Listening to music for me is self-care because I'm such a musical person.
What do you listen to?
I like kind of soft rock stuff. I love India Arie. She's my favorite.
If you had to pick like your walkout song, like when you rang the bell after beating cancer, what would that Kryste Brown song
I
be?
know it's a slow song, but it's I Am Light by India Arie.
Oh, okay. I don't know what song she's talking about.
You're going to have to listen to
Okay.
it. I Am Light by India Arie. That was my rehab song too.
Oh, I love it. So it just has a lot of meaning and specialness to
Yes.
it.
Yes. So self-care, getting a good pedicure. It always makes me feel great.
Hey, we did that when you were going through cancer. I think that was the last pedicure we got
Yeah.
together. Maybe the first and last.
Yes.
But yeah, that's always nice, huh?
Yeah, it is. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is nice.
Because it's like time to yourself and yeah. What about you, Britt? What are some things that you do for self-care?
She doesn't do much.
It's something that I really, really need to do more for myself because, again, I like pour everything that I have into the kids. And
I think it's a stage that you and I are both in our life. It's hard because we're going through a season.
right, exactly.
And it's like the season that we really need to focus more on ourselves because we're doing so much for everybody else.
Right, exactly. And that is one thing that my mom constantly is drilling into me is that if I don't take care of myself, I can't take care of anybody else. So
what are you going to do about that?
I'm going to change it.
What are you going to do? What's the first thing? We're goal setting right now, Britt.
Yes. Well, one, like I said before, I love routine. So right now I try to get up early every morning before the kids get up, just to pray or to drink my coffee or to do what I have to do for myself. Even if it's 5 minutes before someone else wakes up, I am able to have that time for myself. But I really, I need to get into an exercise routine because anytime I'm doing that, then I feel so much better.
Maybe you and your mom could do like a FaceTime yoga in the morning. And it's like your time to chat and stretch and
Yes, that is a good idea, but I am competitive and I need to be in a class where someone's next to me,
Okay.
knowing that if this 80-year-old lady next to me is doing this, then I got to get my butt up and do it too.
Well,
So-
I work out Tuesday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9, and we have childcare at Snap Fitness. So
Well,
if you
that
ever want to
works.
come with me, I'm a good buddy partner.
Yes. I definitely need to do that. And,
I'm on the struggle bus with you.
it's hard.
It is
It's
hard, but it's so important. We got to
Yes.
do better. We
Yes.
got to do more so we could do more for our kids, but it is hard. It's a season.
Yes.
And what's your theme song that you'd walk out to, Britt?
Well, my mom was already going to make fun of me for it, but it's my karaoke song. And the song that I always sing is My Humps.
I love it.
But it's such a good song.
Give me a little 10-second preview. Karaoke, go.
I don't know.
Do it.
Putting me on the spot now.
You got to do stuff that scares you.
Huh?
Come on, you're an entrepreneur
know.
now.
Oh, goodness. Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Brittni Sanchez with My Humps.
I'm going to get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump.
Yeah.
My hump, my hump, my hump, my hump, my hump.
Ah, she did it. I love it.
I needed an introduction. That's all I needed.
Didn't that feel good?
Yeah.
Woo, it's going to be a good Friday. I love it.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks for going for it.
Yeah.
I love that you were nervous about it. You should never get nervous
I
around me
know.
because then you don't get out of it.
I know, exactly.
Ah. I love you guys. I'm so grateful that you're both here. Like, just two amazing, amazing women, mother-daughter duo. Like, y'all are good people.
Thank you.
You truly are.
Thank you. And thank you for this opportunity, Jenny. It's been great. I was
it is
so
so
excited when you asked us to do it.
What's one of your favorite memories, Kryste, of Brittni? Like, what's your all-time favorite memory of you two together?
Gosh, let me think. Ask her something.
Brittni, same question for you.
Let me think. One thing that she did for us when we were growing up, and I now do it for my kids, is she would sing "You Are My Sunshine." And that was like our song. And she would sing it, and now I sing it to my kids. And sometimes Ledger, if he can't go to sleep, or they'll come in the room and say, "Will you sing us Sunshine?" And I'm not a good singer. Obviously, you just heard me.
I think you're fantastic.
But my mom is a great singer. So it was really special when she would do that.
I've heard you sing the national anthem at, what event was it? Did you sing?
She sings it all the time. So if anyone
okay.
needs a national anthem song sung, please contact Kryste Brown.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
This is a recent memory, and it was with the kids. She's so cute. So when she drives them to school every day, when she drives the girls to school every day, before she drops them off, she has them recite this to her. She says, "I am beautiful," and then they say, "I am beautiful," and then she says, "I am strong," and they say, "I am strong." What else do you say?
It's I am strong, I am beautiful, I am brave, I am kind, and I am so loved. I love Jesus, and Jesus loves me.
So she says that, and they repeat it back. But then you say one more thing.
Then before they leave, I tell them to do their best, because as long as they're doing their best, that's all they can do.
Hey, Kryste, let's do this. I want you to pretend like Kryste and I are your kids in the back cart. And I want all of you, listening or watching to do it. Go.
Okay. I am strong.
I am strong.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am brave.
I am brave.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am kind.
I am kind.
And I am so loved.
And I am so loved.
I love Jesus.
I love Jesus.
And Jesus loves me.
And Jesus loves me.
Oh, if there's one thing I'm stealing from this podcast, it's that. I love that, because anytime you can throw that positivity into your, not throw, but, give them that positivity and that affirmation, it's so important. I absolutely love that.
Thank you. But her story.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, you're
Sorry.
fine. So when I say do your best, this is what she thought.
I thought when she was telling me what she has them recite to her, she said, and then I say, "Do your best." And I said, "Smell your breath." I thought she said, "Smell your breath."
That's good. Did you brush your teeth? That's
Yes.
all. I think you should add that onto your daily thing, because you got to do that double take.
Yes. So I substitute teach at their school every day.
Oh
So-
my gosh!
so that's where I am.
What don't you do?
So I see them every single day, 4 days a week. So I always go to their classrooms every morning. And when I leave their classroom, I always say, "Smell your breath."
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And they think that's so funny.
I love that.
But that really means do your best. But I say, "Smell your breath."
Oh, that is so cute. What is some mother advice that you got from your mom, or what's something that you have? You said taken or seeing "You Are My Sunshine," but like, what's some of the best mother advice, or something that you've always admired about your mom that you instill into your children that you do for your family?
I guess just again, going back, it's my biggest thing is routine, because she was always so organized, and it just made everything flow, and it made everything work. And come Sunday, if I am not prepared, sometimes, she'll be like, "Okay, you need to write everything down." That's her thing, is like, write everything down so that you can see it and visualize it. And then it just makes our life so much easier.
Mm-hmm. What is, and this question go for either of you, what's some of the best advice you've ever received?
The best advice I've ever received is to always be prepared. Be prepared for the next day. Be prepared for the week. Be prepared for what's about to come, if you can be, the best you can be. like she said, on Sunday, be prepared for the week. Write everything down. Because if you have a list of things that you need to do, then you have everything ready. That's what I like to do. That's good. That's really good advice, I think, for young mothers or for mothers in general, or for even me. I have to look at my calendar the night before, and then in the morning, I still look at the calendar for that day and know what's going to happen that day. And then if something comes up, I just add that to my calendar.
Right away.
Right away. And then you don't miss anything.
Right.
But I think that's great advice because some people just fly by the seat of their pants.
Like my husband. Well, because all three of us were type A. So we're all calendar, very organized people.
Yes.
And then my husband this morning, like I'm trying to get ready. Can you check me in for my flight? What time is it? I'm like, it's all in the calendar.
Yes, I have to. Yeah, my husband's the same way.
Yeah. But that's why they need people like us in their lives. Or, I mean, they wouldn't make it places.
If my husband doesn't ask me 10 times, what we have for the day, then I don't know if it's going to be a good day, because I not only have a 10-foot whiteboard in the kitchen that is already everything on it. I don't know.
Oh, I know. Well, I do the same thing. So in my calendar, like I have the kids color coded. I send you emails because like when you have multiple events, even for this Saturday with the dance competition, we have t-ball, baseball, football, dogs groomed. Like we have 8 events that, like, you know what I'm saying? So I actually had to make an Excel spreadsheet to like go through the times.
Yes.
Because I had to like see it. So I'm right there with you. We got to be prepared. It's the only way we survive and are awesome.
Yes.
I love you guys.
Yes.
Y'all are if y'all could have lunch or tea or whatever it is with somebody, who would it be and why?
So right now, my obsession is with Kayla Kraft. I don't know if anyone has heard of her. She is a mommy millionaire. I started listening to her podcasts and I was obsessed with her. Just her advice, everything, her mindset, her way of thinking. And I'm actually right now in her mastermind class, and I am so lucky and blessed. I get to meet with her twice a week just on a Zoom call. But if I could sit down and have lunch with her and just pick her brain and know everything that she has to say, like, this woman's incredible. When she just gives me, 2 seconds, I'm like, I get to get me in the hot seat today. I'm so excited. Like, it's just the best feeling ever. So if I could have lunch with her, I would think I would die.
Oh, I love that. And what did she do to become a millionaire?
She was an affiliate marketer first, and then now she does all of this coaching for women, and her goal is to make mommy millionaire in 1 year. So she's pretty incredible. You should check her out.
I will. Maybe I'll have to have her on my podcast. She's like my cup of tea.
Yes.
Maybe you can introduce me.
Yes.
You'll
it
do
would
that?
be great. She's incredible. Yes.
I love it. And how important is it to have a mentor or to be doing those things to invest in yourself?
Yes, it is. It's so great. And just all of the women, like you said before, just surrounding yourself with women and people that are bettering themselves, working for the same goals as you are. It just makes it so magical and makes it so great. I don't even know how else to describe it. Just when I'm on these calls for 20 minutes, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna do great things now.
I love it.
It's so inspiring.
I love it. Aw.
I would have lunch with my mama because if I could just hear her voice or see her face one more time, even for 2 minutes, that would just be lovely.
How long has it been since she's been gone?
18 years.
Oh, wow. And what do you think your mom would tell you?
I think she would tell me that she's so proud of my kids and my grandbabies. She would be so happy. And she would be proud of me too.
What's one of your favorite memories with your mama?
Oh, I would say us cooking together, but I don't know how to cook. So I would say her cooking for me, and she wasn't a very good cook. But still, her cooking for me. Mm-hmm. And it would be something easy like an egg sandwich or something. But she thought she was a really good cook. So that was special to her to cook something, but she wasn't very good.
She would make, something simple like sloppy joes, but she would give it a fun name to make it think that it was like really fancy. Like she's like, we're having ranch burgers tonight. And I'm like, what is a ranch burger? But it was a sloppy joe.
Oh, I love it. And what would you tell your mom, Christy?
I would tell her that she was the best, and thank you for being such a great mom.
Yeah.
And I was proud of her.
She's a good mama. She
was
raised
good.
you. You're all right.
I'm okay.
If you like that super fun, awesome, talented. Like you're a jack of all trades. You just do a little bit of everything. I just found out you're a substitute teacher.
I'm a jack of all trades and
You
a
are.
master of none for sure.
Why not? Why do you have to be a master?
I don't have to be a master.
You're a master of being like glammy.
That's true. I am a good glammy. That's for sure.
Tutu.
I'm a good tutu. And I just had a new grandson.
Oh, I saw that. Congratulations.
Thank
How many
you.
grandbabies do you have now?
7.
Do you have a favorite?
No, they're all my favorite.
Do you have a favorite kid?
No.
I beg to differ. I'm definitely her favorite.
She thinks that, but she's not my favorite. They're all my favorite.
I love it. You think you're the favorite, though.
Yeah.
They all think they're my favorite.
That's good.
They're all my favorite.
At the time you're spending with them, that's
Yes.
yeah. Like right now,
Yes.
Brittni's your favorite.
Right. She's
Yeah.
my favorite today.
What are some of your do you guys have like a goal together or like a dream together that you've always wanted to do and haven't done together?
I don't know if we've like said this together. We both both love to travel. So I mean, if we, I know I would love to go to Greece. I would love to go to Santorini, and that was a place that she has always wanted to go as well.
So what's it going to take for you to just get it on the books this
Money.
year?
Money.
Substitute teaching. You better start working summer school, girlfriend.
I should probably work at McDonald's. I'd make more money than substitute teaching if I worked at McDonald's.
I think y'all should just book it.
I know. We will. We're working hard for it.
Book it and go.
I know.
We're going to have to whiten a lot of teeth.
See, help these mother-daughter duo get to Greece and Santorini the most. You know, I took my honeymoon to Santorini and we did Athens for a day. And I'll tell you, it was a dream vacation. Like Santorini is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. So I hope that you two can just go and relax and enjoy the scenery because
Let's just book it today.
I think you should. And then figure out the rest later. Come on, you're an entrepreneur now. That's what you do. You jump out of a plane and then you figure out how to land on the way down.
If it was Bobby, he would say go for it.
See? I challenge you guys to go book it after. Let me know. Let me know if my mom and I can come. I'll take her with.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'll let you guys do your thing.
Let
It's
me
so
know
special.
about that Shania Twain concert.
Oh, I know. Last night we had
Goose,
a
you're
friend.
going down.
A guy always calls in the radio, one of the dance dads, and he won Shania Twain tickets. And I'm like, oh, I want him. He goes, well, let me talk to my wife first. And Christy's like, you're taking me. I'm like, absolutely. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, my mom would kill me. Because my mom and I grew up listening to Shania Twain. Like, I had the little boom box. And when the CDs, that's what we listened to back in the day. And her bathroom was like next to my lime green printed. Remember those ugly like 80s tiles? Anyways. And we would rock to Shania Twain every single morning.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let's go, girls. I love it. Oh, I love you girls. Y'all are amazing. You know that?
Yeah, we do.
You do.
She's crazy.
No. What's something that most people don't know about y'all?
I floss my teeth 12 times a day.
I actually knew that.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what we were doing. Oh, no, I think we had a junior league painting party, and you're seriously over there flossing your teeth. You're like, sorry, I floss like 12 times a day. I didn't know it was 12. I thought it was like 3, which is still more than me. So what's your obsession with it? I love it. Tell people more and why.
I don't know. I'm dumb.
No, you're not dumb. I love it. I'm sure your
even
dentist
if I
loves
chew
you.
gum, I have to floss because I've.
Do you use like the flossers? Do you actually
I use-
wrap it around your
No,
fingers?
I use floss sticks.
Okay.
But I just
When I saw you the one time, you seriously had like is it like the reach or whatever? And you're like
Well,
wrapping around. You're like trained professional. I'm like, oh, she definitely
well,
flosses
I've
a lot.
graduated to floss sticks.
Okay.
because those were getting stuck in my teeth, and I couldn't stand that. I always feel like I have something in my teeth, so I have to floss.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What about you, Britt?
I don't know.
What's something that maybe only like your mom knows or your hubby?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, I also love to watch pimple popping videos.
Oh, me too. And I make my kids watch them on the way to school. I was like, we're like behind the bus. I'm like, oh, look at this one. I'm showing them. They're like, Mom, you're so gross. Like they think I'm nasty for
They're
it.
the best.
Isn't it?
I watch them before I go to bed. It puts me right to sleep.
I know. I am
girl.
so with you.
Yeah.
And then Parker's question goes, well, Mom, would you do that to somebody? I'm like, absolutely. But he goes, well, would you wear gloves? I'm like, well, for my family, I probably wouldn't wear gloves. But if it's somebody I didn't know, I might have to wear gloves because it gets a little. But why don't I find those people that have all those nasty things? And none of my family will let me pop any of their stuff.
My next husband is going to be totally zitty.
Oh my
Yes, full of blackheads.
Oh my gosh, I love you. We need to like open up a black. Maybe that's how we get to Santorini. Because some people maybe just need that help, and we just don't know about them yet.
I love those people.
Oh my gosh. Podcast is going all different directions today. All right, Britt.
I don't know.
Come on.
I'm trying to think.
Tell me something you're embarrassed about that
She's
you do.
an open book. Everybody knows everything
There's
about
still something.
I'm a blabbermouth. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I mean, I like pimple popping videos, but not that much. I mean, I can
Nope,
only watch
you got to
them
find
for a
your own
little
thing.
while.
That was your mom's. What's yours?
I know.
Like, what do you do to, like, make your hair stand up like that? Like, what product does that so beautifully?
I use Suavecito, which is a men's product, but
Okay.
it's the only thing that holds my hair up.
It's fun.
It is.
You
and,
rock the short hair.
and it works.
After you
Thank
shaved your head, you're like, screw it. I'm rocking this short hair forever.
I know. I tried, and I get to a certain point, and then I just can't take it.
She looks terrible with long hair.
No, I
No, she
remember her
does.
with long hair.
And she does not look good.
I tried.
I don't
But-
look good with long hair either.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
And these freckles, this is a stage.
Oh, these
tell
freckles
me
are.
more.
I have a natural freckle face, and I had all my freckles lasered off, all of them. Had them all lasered off, and then I had them strategically tattooed back on. These are
Shut
fake
up.
freckles.
Shut up. Those are tattooed on your
They're
face?
tattooed on my face.
I can't.
Strategically. See, they're perfect.
No, I see them. But it was a thing. I was in Texas like 3 weeks ago, and this gal, I'm like, oh, I love your freckles. She goes, it's a new fade. Like, she goes, I put them on every morning now because it's a thing. I didn't know it was a thing to tattoo them.
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're cute. I thought you just like did what she did, like
No,
just
I
added
don't-
them in the morning.
See, you don't.
They're
have
not
to-
going anywhere.
No, I don't wear any
I
makeup.
got my freckles back.
Ta-da!
Yeah, she has great skin.
Yeah. Well, she does all the things.
I know.
Yeah, she's
Exactly.
always fabulous.
Thank you.
If you want to be fabulous, do all the things. I need to be more like KB. Okay, back to you. Something weird.
I guess it's it is really weird. But again, watching a video. So going back to working out, I'll work out, I'll get on the treadmill or do whatever, but I really enjoy watching workout videos and watching other people do it and then thinking, okay, I'm going to do it. And then I don't do it. But then if I do it one time, am I going to look like that yoga instructor?
Right.
But it never happens that
Is
way.
it like those ads on Instagram and they do it and you're just like watching them and like, yeah, I'm working out too. Like I'm doing this. Like I'm going to look good by tomorrow. And then you don't even look good because you didn't even do it, but you thought you did because you sat there and watched them work out.
Exactly. And that is like so weird. Like,
It
why
is.
don't I just get up and do it?
Right. It's like these kids watching YouTube and watching other kids play with the things. Like, why do we do that? Oh,
Right.
this society. What kind of world are we living in these days?
I know. But that's like the weirdest thing I think I can think of. I'm kind of boring.
Not
You're
really.
not boring at all.
Favorite movie?
Mine is Beaches.
Mine is Beaches.
Have you ever seen Beaches?
I need to watch Beaches.
You've
You're gonna-
never seen Beaches?
Don't yell at me. I mean, I've been to like the all-inclusive beaches. That's as beaches as it gets.
No, it's with Bette Midler. It's an
Okay.
older movie. You're gonna cry.
That's like your mother-daughter movie you guys like watch together.
It's good.
Favorite kind of music? You already told me yours.
I A little bit of everything. I mean, I don't like one thing more than the other. I'll listen to, country. Sometimes I like hip hop. I like anything, really.
What's your favorite thing to do together?
Lay out in the sun.
Favorite family tradition? Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas.
What do you do
is
for
good.
Christmas that's special, that's like unique to your family?
Well, my mom and dad usually spend the night with us every Christmas Eve so that they're there in the
Aw.
morning with us.
So there's the favorite grandkids right now, Keaton. Did you hear that? She's not waking up at your house.
Yeah, but they don't want
They don't
them.
invite us.
No.
They don't invite us. Taylor and Keaton don't invite us over for Christmas. Brittany and Bobby do.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm still the favorite.
Favorite colors?
Glitter.
Oh, that's the best answer I've ever heard. Glitter. Oh, I'm so with you. I love it.
I like pink, but I don't like to wear pink. I like the color pink, though.
So this,
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, you like the pink.
Yes.
And that's where you got the sparkly earrings. But you
Yes.
don't wear pink.
I know. I don't wear pink often, but I like the color. I don't know why.
Drink of choice.
I like a margarita.
Me too. Rock salt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get it frozen. It like mixes up all that. Like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'll take a martini.
Oh, you're a martini, like dirty. Like, how do you even order? I wouldn't even know.
Filthy.
You are filthy. Give me a filthy martini after a long day. Favorite book? You're like, I don't read.
No, I do.
I'm
read.
just kidding.
I do read.
Like, what's
You used to read a ton.
I used to read a lot. Oh gosh, I think. I'm horrible because I never look at the titles, and I can never remember what I'm reading at the time.
I get that. So I don't know the name of the book I'm reading right now either. I'd have to look.
Yeah, I don't. Well,
That's okay.
right now I'm reading Eat That Frog.
Okay.
Have you read that?
No, is it good?
Yeah, it's about procrastination. It's a really great book.
You're like, this doesn't mean someone to read this.
Yes, it's about procrastination, and Eat That Frog means you need to eat that frog every morning because you don't want to ever eat a frog. So you need to
Do it and move on.
first thing in the morning, you need to eat that frog. So if you don't like to work out, the first thing you need to do in the morning is work out. So you need to do the worst thing on your list.
Just
first.
get it done.
Just get it done.
My husband does an ice bath now. He's always like, you want to
yeah.
do it with me? I'm like, no, I want to eat the frog.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
He needs to eat that frog. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. I love it. Is there anything else y'all want to add today?
No. Just smell your breath every day, which
Coffee
means
breath.
Which means do your best. Love yourself because you are enough. No matter what, love everybody and treat everybody with love and respect. And you can do anything that you want to do. Just give everything 100% and treat yourself right because you deserve the best.
Love it. What about you, Britt?
Yes. I just want to thank you so much, Jenny, for this opportunity. It's so awesome. I love watching your podcasts, and I actually do watch them.
What did I miss? Because I miss questions all the time. I just like to get to know people.
I know.
And you know what's funny is I kind of, I started doing this to really highlight women and just hear their story. But I have found that I almost do it for me because I like learning from other people. And I love like just getting to know you on a deeper level and on different things. So
Yes.
it has just been so fun to have both of you. Like truly, I look up to both of you. Amazing, amazing women. I'm so proud of both of you and who you are and what you bring to this world. You guys are just amazing. And I'm glad. Sorry for the mic transfer back and forth. I wasn't that prepared for that. But other than that, this was just a lovely time getting.
Yes, thank you so much. It was great. Thank you.
What does the word influential mean to you?
Influential means to give to someone else and to bring your best self into the world.
It means to me someone strong, inspiring, motivating, determined. So many things, just making other women better, making me want to make myself better.
I love that. Well, thank you both for being here. You both definitely make me want to do more and be more. So thank you. Thank you for just everything. There's no even words that are coming because I'm just grateful for both of you, and I'm just so proud of you both. And you definitely have made an impact on our community and on so many lives. So thank you. You should be proud of yourself, and thank you for being an influential woman.
Thank you, Jenny.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Get your
Jenny
teeth
Smith.
whitened, and if you need pimples popped, I know. I probably lost a lot of listeners after that one, but that's all right. We're honest, we're raw. Cheers to the next episode. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Kryste Brown and Brittni Sanchez.
Woo!